Arrows whizzed past Polarizer, who barely dodged the jagged edges of the arrowheads. 3 bandits jumped off the wall surrounding the dojo grounds and ran straight for him. Poised for combat, one hand on his katana, he loudly warned them, "Turn back now, or face our wrath, you mongrels." They slowed their approach and chuckled, pulling battle axes from their backs. "You're no match for the 3 of us. You are alone. Die, fool." 2 of them charged Polarizer with battle axes raised, ready to sunder him in 2 with brute force. He stood his ground, unmoved by the advance. As they stepped within range, he swiftly withdrew his blade, effortlessly slicing through their light armor as he stepped to the side. The lifeless bodies slumped to the ground as he turned his gaze back to the remaining bandit. "Last chance unless you desire to share their fate." "You underestimate us. We are the tip of the spear," the bandit says as he looks over his shoulder. 3 more scaled the wall and motioned for the first to move on. "Looks like you and I won't get to test our mettle after all, ninja. I have more important matters to attend to," he said before leaping to the courtyard below. The 3 quickly engaged Polarizer in combat. Their skills were more evenly matched with his than the first 2. He could block all their weapon attacks, but a few kicks got through his defenses, slowly weakening him. He managed to sunder the armor of 2, but the 3rd was highly skilled and blocked all of his counterattacks. The bandit threw his battle axe to the ground and pulled out 2 wakizashi. The flurry of blades clanged in the air with each strike. An unblocked attack landed the tip of the bandit's blade into Polarizer's thigh, and he grunted in pain as he continued to defend against the continued attacks and fell to the ground. "You're no match for me, ninja. Accept your fate so I can continue with my task." "You are mistaken. You have no task to complete here. Your mission ends right here," Polarizer said with labored breath. "No one will come to your aid. We have the rest of your forces occupied on the north wall. They will not let up the assault until we signal," the bandit revealed. "What is it that you're trying to accomplish here?" Polarizer asked pointedly. "Your leader is away. If we take the dojo, your forces will falter and will be eliminated once and for all. Nobody deserves a place as grand as this, so we shall take it from you." Polarizer grunts as he stands, readying his katana once more. "This place was built as a sanctuary from all who would take from others. The dojo is a beacon of hope. You cannot fathom its true worth. I would die to defend it." "So be it," he yelled as he lunged towards Polarizer. 2 quick thumps were heard, and the bandit's eyes glazed over as he lowered his arms, dropped his blades, and fell to his knees before his lifeless body collapsed on top of the wall walk, 2 arrows protruding from his back. Polarizer sheathed his katana and sighed in relief as he noticed Charisse and Papa briskly jogging to aid him with their bows. Alex followed quickly with no weapon, as he was still in training. Papa surveyed the courtyard below, while Charisse peered over the edge of the wall, checking for more bandits. Alex kneeled beside Polarizer and asked, "Are you all right?" "I am now. Thank you all for helping." Polarizer leaned against the outer wall with his leg outstretched as Alex tended to the gushing wound. Charisse finished her scan over the wall and returned to Polarizer.
"How bad is it? Were there more?"
6 in total came over the wall. 1 escaped down to the courtyard. Polarizer pointed towards the dojo. Charisse turns to Papa, scanning the courtyard for signs of the missing bandit.
"Please inform Ginger of the situation. Alex and I will escort him to the infirmary."
Papa nodded. "On it." Alex finished bandaging Polarizer's leg as Charisse looked over him for any other injuries. "Some swelling and bruises, but Slash will get you stitched up and ready to fight in no time." Polarizer chuckled. Of all the people to be the doctor, we had to find the one named Slash.
"Joke all you will. He's the best doctor in 20 regions.
Charisse smiled. Alex and Charisse assisted him down the stairs and then to the infirmary, where several members had their minor wounds tended from the skirmish with the main forces outside the wall. Slash saw the trio walk in and quickly surveyed the injuries. "I thought you were on light duties for another week, Polarizer." "Indeed, but bandits decided they wanted me to send them on a journey of enlightenment," Polarizer responded.
"Several attacked him on the south wall. There may be bandits in the encampment,"
Charisse warned.
"I'm heading back out to search for any that got through. Just in case, Alex, stay here in the infirmary and help out the doc."
"Let's see this wound. Ah, this looks like a poke with a small blade. You'll be walking again in no time, Slash commented. Yeah, he got me with the tip of his blade. Hurts well enough, but could be worse. They left the slashing to me, Polarizer smiled. Then Charisse and Papa turned the last one into a pincushion before he could do any real damage to me. We're lucky to have so many with us who have our backs in any situation, Alex commented. Indeed, Slash agreed. And on that note, I need the two of you to ignore Charisse's orders and watch over the others as they pass through the courtyard. Stay close to the infirmary in case those bandages loosen, but we need everyone capable of carrying a blade or bow to be on the lookout. We aren't accustomed to trouble within our walls. If someone lets their guard down, they may end up here, or worse. Alex hesitated as he looked at Polarizer, who nodded in agreement. Take my katana, Alex. I'm no good with close combat right now. Take my bow, Polarizer, Sal yelled from one of the recovery cots. You give them hell for me, all right? You've got it, Sal. Keep an eye on the dock and the others for us, Polarizer said as he grabbed his bow and quiver of arrows. The pair left the infirmary and climbed the stairs to the nearest wall walk, surveying the courtyard as they climbed. Most members were still engaged with the bandits outside the north wall. A few ran through the courtyard as they carried bundles of arrows to the archers and the wounded to the infirmary. One individual stood out. Their steps had no discernible purpose, as though they weren't sure where to go. Polarizer tapped Alex on the shoulder to get his attention and then motioned to the suspect in a hooded cape. I see him. Shall I engage? Alex asked. No. I fear his skills may outmatch yours. We'll alert the others, Polarizer calmly stated. Alex looked confused, but heeded his words. Polarizer quickly modified an arrow before he knocked it onto the string and drew the bow. Listen. He took a deep breath and held it momentarily before his fingers loosed the arrow into the wind. The twang of the string was quickly overpowered by the screeching of the warning arrow that had just been crafted. Everyone in the courtyard halted and turned their attention to the location of the screeching arrow protruding from the dirt like a flag. The figure in the hooded cape stood silent, head down. Papa and Charisse darted from the buildings they were searching and approached the mysterious person. Before they got close enough to confirm the stranger's identity, the suspect drew a pair of sickles and lunged at Charisse. Papa quickly blocked the blows as Charisse stepped back to retaliate. Their blades clanged as enemy reinforcements quickly surged into the courtyard, but the element of surprise had already been lost. Every capable member within the courtyard rushed to Charisse and Papa to prevent them from being overwhelmed.
Horrible!
A familiar voice echoed throughout the courtyard. A volley of arrows flowed into the charging enemies, quickly dwindling their advantage. That's the way, Ginger, Polarizer exclaimed. She's fighting on both sides of the wall at once? Alex said in disbelief. There's a reason she's the captain of the guard. You can learn a great deal from her when you're ready. The members in the courtyard kept the remaining bandits at bay, but their leader was strong and skillful. He was now engaged with 5 DSK members who were getting tired and weary from the hours of fighting. Alex's gaze shifted to the main gate where a new figure's shadow entered slowly. More bandits? He exclaimed. No, just watch. The figure calmly walked through the chaos and approached the bandit leader. Charisse stumbled from blocking a heavy blow, completely exhausted. The mystery man caught Charisse and helped her stand. She looked into his fiery blue eyes and instantly recognized him.
Sensei Blue!
His presence renewed the DSK members' spirits, and they began to push the invaders back. Sensing a shift in the battle, the bandit leader yelled, Get over here! It's time to end this! You are outmatched. Withdraw, now, Blue demanded as he removed his hooded cloak. His hair glistened like a blue flame in the fading sunlight. Fight me here and now, or we'll renew our forces and return in even greater numbers, the leader threatened. You will all leave if I win, Blue asked calmly. This is to the death! I will take your life, and in doing so, I will become the new leader of your precious dojo. Blue was unfazed by the aggression. I say again, if beaten, you will agree to leave peacefully. Men, if the whelp somehow manages to beat me, do as he says and leave peacefully. The leader wasted no time and charged at Blue with sickles ready to strike. Blue calmly and swiftly sidestepped, drawing his blade momentarily to attack before sheathing it. The blade cleanly severed the enemy's right hand, fell to the ground, sickle still grasped. You'll have to do a lot more than disarm me, he said as he clenched his teeth, swung his other sickle, narrowly deflected by Blue's forearm armor. I have no desire to take your life. End this now, Blue tried to convince him. The leader hurled himself into Blue, knocking him off balance into Papa, who quickly reacted to help him regain composure to block an incoming attack. Blue grabbed his wrist and pulled him over his body to toss him into two bandits fighting with Charisse. Blue, Papa, and Charisse fought alongside each other and overpowered the bandit leader and brought him to his knees. Papa removed the remaining sickle, disarming him. Charisse's blade was ready to strike if Blue gave the command, or if he attempted to go on the attack. Tell your men to leave, Blue demanded. The leader did not utter a word, nor did he flinch. Realizing their leader was defeated, the remaining bandit forces retreated to the main gate. Leave them, Blue shouted to all DSK members to hear. He then turned to the leader and asked, What is your name? Why do you care? He retorted. Your name? Crud. Truly. Yes, my name is Crud Sickles. Do you mock me? No. I merely wanted to be sure you were not pulling my chain. Now, you can accept defeat today and depart, never to return. Or what? Or you can remain with us and learn our ways. You would earn a new name here, and no longer need to pillage to prove your strength or worth, Blue offered. For now, you will be taken to the infirmary under guard while your wounds are tended to. You have until tomorrow to decide. But know this. The alternative is death, if you choose to leave tomorrow and never return here. Silence fell across the courtyard. Only the panting of exhaustion could be heard as the defeated leader was escorted to the infirmary, and everyone waited for Blue's next command. Alex was dumbfounded. Why would he show mercy to the enemy? Polarizer placed his hand on Alex's shoulder. Some of the most loyal were once enemies who never had the chance to see the error of their ways. If he is worthy, he will become a mighty ally. I've never seen such a display of battle prowess and kindness, Alex said. Well, now you have. And there's only one thing left to do, other than rest. Polarizer cupped his hands to his mouth.
All day, DSK!
The courtyard erupted in cheers.
All day, DSK!